Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Camp's Collection. We were lucky enough to earlier this week see the first 2 episodes early of the Ahsoka series on Disney Plus, out August 22nd. Should be coming out in a little bit, actually, and I hope you guys actually enjoy it home. I can tell you right now, I thought this felt very, very much like a theatrical release. Of course, it stars none other than Rosario Dawson, who plays Ahsoka. And I feel like she brings just so much to this character. It's almost like she relived herself, all of the pain and struggles and confusion of trying to grow up to be a Jedi, as Ahsoka did, and trying to, as a kid, figure it out herself when her master really couldn't lead her in the right direction. I feel like she really embodies the essence of this character to a T, and I couldn't find a better actress to play this character. If you don't really know much about not alone just Ahsoka, but also the Rebels series, which this is kind of almost like a continuation of, I believe it is like almost like 6 years after Rebels ended. So there was like a pause, or either a not really a to be continued, but kind of like a lot of questions after Rebels. And if you didn't watch Rebels, it was a very, very popular series on Disney XD that was done by Lucasfilms, that basically tailed after a Rebels group that was trying to individually bring people together to take down what was the Republic at that time. So it was kind of like the backstory of what Ahsoka was doing on the side, along with these other characters, while Luke and Leia were doing their own thing to help out with this effort, but they really didn't have much correlation together. They were kind of departed and separate in their own manner. I would say when you look at the character of Ahsoka, she is very, very much loved, but she's in a point in her life where she doesn't want to bring people in too close. She suffered tons of loss, tons of hardship, and she's actually not really calling herself a Jedi. But it's weird because she still uses the frame master and Padawan. So it's kind of funny. It's like nuances that they use with each other, but it's kind of confusing also, because it's like, are you a Jedi? Are you not a Jedi? What are you doing? So I feel like after losing Anakin to the dark side and not completing her training, she still has this void. So in Rebels, she decided, okay, I'm gonna take on a Padawan. I'm gonna try to train somebody, and that individual was Ezra. Ezra was a young Jedi who was trying to learn the ways of the Force. And in doing so, there was this huge threat who is Admiral Thrawn. A lot of people do not know who that is, but he is actually the only thing that would be able to make Palpatine be in control, or be in the greatest power that he could ever create, if that makes sense. Having Thrawn around actually would have added so much more to the Republic, and it would have been a problem for a lot of people. So in doing so, Ezra decided to hold Thrawn in his captive, and it's almost like they're adding in a lot more elements that we're not used to seeing, or that I'm not used to seeing in Star Wars. There's a lot more like universal travel in different dimensions. I'm like, I thought Star Wars was just space. Space was crazy enough, and now we got dimensions, and I'm like, wow, this is a lot, to really take in and really try to get my wheels spinning. But yeah, he decided to sacrifice himself so that they're lost in like dark space. And now that the end of Mandalorian has ended, Ahsoka is kind of picking back up right after that part. So basically, you have End of Rebels, you have Ahsoka trying to do her own thing to really figure out whether, one, Thrawn is dead, and if Ezra is still alive with him. So there has to be a way to find him. So there's a character in here that we saw in The Mandalorian that Ahsoka started battling and started fighting and kind of had a rivalry against, who is Morgan Elizabeth, right? And she is one of the higher powers in what used to be the Old Republic, and she's trying to bring General Thrawn back. So there is this certain apple or key that they need to use to be able to find the location of where Thrawn might be and where Ezra possibly might be. And Ahsoka knows at this point that she cannot do this alone. So there's several different characters in the show that she ends up pulling in that we've seen time and time again through the Rebel series. So of course, Sabine is a huge fan favorite. The Mandalorian, almost turned Jedi is what it is, who had this like brother sister but kind of love interest relationship with Ezra. So for her, this is why the dynamics is so difficult between everyone, is because everyone is heartbroken that Ezra's gone, right? No, nothing. You haven't, you didn't get a Dear John letter from him, nothing. He's gone, right? So the group or the band disbanded because I guess their beacon of hope, or the, not naive, but like, I guess the most charismatic or joyful person in the group that kept them all together, no matter how dark things got, is gone. Right. So now they're in the point where they're like, all right, we got to pick up the pieces for Ezra, but everybody's been doing their own thing. Right. I think Sabine ended up becoming a lieutenant somewhere. And then also Hera, she ended up becoming a admiral for the rebels now. So, they're trying to figure out what steps they need to take, or what part does everyone play. You get to see some cool characters also, like Chopper, who basically is speaking English, but is like, but it's really funny to see and really cool to see all these like nuances. I heard that later on we'll probably get a flashback of Anakin. Didn't see it in these episodes, but I think that would be really cool because, as you know, this is taking place after Return of the Jedi. So Anakin, or the older Anakin, is gone and dead because Luke didn't piece him out, but the Emperor did, and then in doing so, back and forth, right? So let's think. All right, so I think this show has such a theater release feel to it that they could have made this into a 2-hour, 3-hour movie and people would have easily paid for it. This is the show right here that's going to put Star Wars back on the map and is going to make them a huge grossing seller. I cannot wait to see what type of figures and toys and merchandise they're going to be dropping in the next couple of years, because people's cards are going to be swiping left and right. I can tell you right now. There are some characters that we didn't expect to get. We're getting more characters, just more and more characters. So there's 2 non-Jedi, but they do have the Master and Padawan dynamic, right? So we got Baylan Skoll, and then Shin Hati, right, who's played by the late great Ray Stevenson, rest in peace, as well as Ivania Sako, right? And they are bad with the lightsabers. Now, don't get me wrong, Ahsoka is definitely doing some things with her lightsaber. I'll go back to this. Lightsaber play in this show is incredible, okay? Whether they're fighting droids or they're fighting other Jedi or Inquisitors are in there, then it is, the choreography is amazing from front to back. And Ahsoka definitely shines with her abilities because she's like I said, she's not a Jedi, but she's a rebel at the same time too. So through this time, she's had to train herself and figure out different things that she can do with a lightsaber. And the things you see within the first 5 minutes that she does with a lightsaber, you have never seen a Jedi do. I guarantee that. So at the end of the day, I think this is such amazing dynamic story. I cannot wait to see what the 3rd episode actually entails or where it goes. But what do you guys think? Tell me what you think of these first 2 episodes. Go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you aren't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Thank you guys for watching me again here at Cam's Collection, and I hope you enjoy episode 2 of Ahsoka, Disney Plus series, out August 22nd. Peace.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go.